Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha ananta koti vaishnav vrinda ki jai. Om अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। श्री षडगोस्वामी अष्टकम by Srila Srinivasacharya. कृष्णोत्कीर्तनगाननरतनपरो प्रेमामृताम्भो निधि धीराधीरजनप्रियौ प्रियकरौ निर्मत्सरौ पूजितौ श्रीचैतन्यकृपाभरौ भुवि भुवो भारावहन्तारकौ वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालकौ नानाशास्त्रविचारिणैकनिपुणौ सद्धर्मसंस्थापकौ लोकानां हितकारिणौ त्रिभुवने मान्यौ शरण्याकरौ राधाकृष्णपदारविन्दभजनानन्देन मत्तालिकौ वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालकौ श्रीगौराङ्गगुणार्णुवर्णनविधौ श्रद्धासमृद्धन्वितौ पापोत्तापनिकृन्तनौ तनुभृतां गोविन्दगानामृते आनन्दाम्बुधिवरधनैकनिपुणौ कैवल्यनिस्तारकौ वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालकौ त्यक्त्वा तूर्णमशेषमण्डलपति श्रेणीं सदा तुच्छवान् भूत्वा दीनगणेशकौ करुणया कौपीनकण्ठाश्रितौ गोपीभावरसामृताब्धिलहरी कल्लोलमग्नौ मुहुर्वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालकौ कूजत्कोकिलहंससारसगणा कीर्णे मयूराकुले नानारत्ननिबद्धमूलविटपा श्रीयुक्तवृन्दावने राधाकृष्णमहर्निशं प्रभजतौ जिह्वार्थदौ यौ मुदा वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालकौ सङ्ख्यापूर्वकनामगाननतिभिः कालावसानीकृतौ निद्राहारविहारकादिविजितौ चात्यन्तदीनौ च यौ राधाकृष्णगुणस्मृतेर्मधुरिमा नन्देन सम्मोहितौ वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालकौ राधाकुण्डतटे कलिन्दतनया तीरे च वंशीवटे प्रेमोन्मादवशादशेषदशया ग्रस्तौ प्रमत्तौ सदा गायन्तौ च कदा हरेर्गुणवरम् भावाभिभूतौ मुदा वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालकौ हे राधे व्रजदेविके च ललिते हे नन्दसूनो कुथा श्रीगोवर्धन कल्पपादपतले कालिन्दिवने कुता घोषन्ताविति सर्वतो व्रजपुरे खेदैर्महाविह्वलौ वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालकौ श्री चैतन्य शिक्षाष्टकम चेतोदर्पणमार्जनम् भवमहादावाग्निर्वापणम् श्रेयकैरवचन्द्रिकावितरणम् विद्यावधूजीवनम् आनन्दाम्बुदिवर्धनं प्रतिपदं पूर्णामृतास्वादनं सर्वात्मस्नपनं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्णसङ्कीर्तनम् नाम्नामकारि बहुधा निज सर्वशक्तिस्तत्रार्पिता नियमितस्मरणेन कालः एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन् ममापि दुर्दैवमिदृशमिह जनेनानुराग तृणादपि सुनिचेन तरोरपि सहिष्णुना अमानेन मानदेन कीर्तनीय सदा हरि न धनं न जनं न सुन्दरीं कवितां वा जगदीश कामये मम जन्मनि जन्मनीश्वरे भवताद्भक्तिरहेतुकी त्वयि अयि नन्दतनुजा किङ्करं पतितं मां विषमे भवाम्बुधो कृपया तव पादपङ्कज स्थितधूलिसदृशीं विचिन्तय नयनं गलदश्रुधारया वदनं गद्गदरुद्धया गिरा पुलकैर्निचितं वपु कदा तव नाम ग्रहणे भविष्यति युगायितं निमेषेण चक्षुषा प्रावृषायितं शून्यायितं जगत्सर्वं गोविन्दविरहेण मे आश्लिष्य वा पादरतां पिनष्टु माम् अदर्शनान् मर्महतां करोतु वा यथा तथा वा विदधातु लम्पटो मत्प्राणनाथस्तु स एव नापरा प्रभुराशिक्षाष्टकश्लोक जय पाढे शूने कृष्ण प्रेम भक्ति तार बड़े दीने दीने जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद Hare Krishna, dear devotees. We are continuing our reading of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj, Madhya Leela, chapter 15, text 89. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is continuing glorifying Sri Raghav Pandit as all these devotees of Bengal are bidding farewell to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and preparing to return to Navadvip. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, third day in a row, is glorifying Sri Raghav Pandit. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling all the devotees, Ei mata pithapana kshira odana parama pavitra ara kare sarvottama. Sri Raghav Pandit prepares cakes, sweet rice, condensed milk, and everything else with great attention. And the cooking conditions are purified so that the food is first class and delicious. काशमदी आचार आदि अनेक प्रकार गंध वस्त्र अलंकार सर्व द्रव्य सार. Shri Raghav Pandit also offers all kinds of pickles, achar, such as Kashmandi. He offers various scents, gandha, various clothes and garments to Lord Krishna, vastra, ornaments, alankar, and he offers sarva dravya sar. He offers many things which are best in their category. Everything best he offers to Krishna. এই মত প্রেমের সেবা করে অনুপম যাহা দেখি সর্বলোকের জোড়ায় নয়ন. Thus, Sri Raghav Pandit serves Lord Krishna अनुपम, जिसकी उपमा नहीं है, in an incomparable way. Incomparable. The way Raghav Pandit serves Krishna, offers the very best things to Krishna, both through bhav and through dravya. Bhav is most important because bhavagrahi Janardhan. And then if bhav is also there and the uttam dravya is also there, then that is even very nice. Raghav Pandit used to offer the best things to Krishna with the best bhav. এই মত প্রেমের সেবা করে অনুপম যাহা দেখি সর্বলোকের জুড়ায় নয়ন. Thus Raghav Pandit serves Lord Krishna in an incomparable way. Everyone is very much satisfied just to see him. एतबली राघवेरे कैला आलिंगने एई मत सम्मानिला सर्व भक्त गणे. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then mercifully embraced Sri Raghav Pandit. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also offered all the other devotees a farewell with similar respect. Ei mata sammanila, he offered respect. Sarva bhakta gane, all the Bengali devotees Mahaprabhu individually met, glorified them, spoke to them, embraced them, and bid them farewell. शिवानंद सेने कहे करिया सम्मान वासुदेव दत्तेर तुमी करिह समाधान. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then respectfully told Shivananda Sen, please take care of Vasudeva Datta very nicely. Why? Vasudeva Datta, Mahaprabhu is telling Sri Shivananda Sen, you must take care of Vasudeva Datta. Why? Very interesting. Let's see. परम उदार इहो जे दिन जे ऐसे সেই দিনে ব্যয় করে নাহি রাখে শেষে. Shri Vasudeva Parama Udar. He is very generous, very liberal. Je dina je aise. Every day, whatever income he receives, he spends it. Sei dina vyay kare. Whatever money Vasudeva Datta earns, he spends it that day. Nahi rakhe sheshe. He does not keep any savings. He does not keep any balance. Whatever income comes, that very day he will spend it off. पूरा धन उसी दिन खर्च कर देते हैं. पर खर्च कैसे करते हैं वो आगे आएगा. गृहस्थ है ना इहो चाहिए संचय संचय ना कैले कुटुंब भरण नाही है. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling Sri Shivananda Sen, my dear Shivananda Sen, this Vasudeva Datta is a grahastha. He is a married man. He is householder. Therefore, चाहिए संचय. Therefore, धन संचित करना चाहिए इसमें. He must have savings. A grahastha must save. Not that you earn $3,000 every month. Every month you spend $3,000. No. One must save. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling. As a householder, everybody should save. We should not spend all the money. We should save. Because he is not doing so, he is not saving money, it is very difficult for him to maintain his family. संचय ना कैले कुटुंब भरण नाही है, because he's not having any savings. How will he maintain his family? What if he falls sick and he is not able to go to work and earn money? Then what will happen? Where will the money come in? Because he has no savings. इहार घरेरा आय व्यय सब तोमार स्थाने सरखेल हैया तुमी करिह समाधाने. Please take care of Vasudatta's family affairs. इहार घरेरा आय व्यय सब तोमार स्थाने. You become the financial advisor. You become the general manager for Vasudadatta. Become his manager. Sarkhela hayya tumi. You become his sarkhel. You become his manager and make the proper adjustments. Tumi karaiha samadhane. You take care. Make sure that his finances are in order. Make sure he's saving. Make sure he has money for emergency. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada says Vasudadatta and Shivananda Sen were living in the same neighborhood, which is presently called Kumarhatta or Halisahara. प्रतिवर्षे आमार सब भक्तगण लैया गुंडीचाय आसिबे सबाय पालन करिया. It is mentioned by our acharyas that Vasudadatta was such a kind, generous person that whatever money he would get, he would spend it on devotees. He would give it. Remember, Vasudadatta is the same devotee who prayed to Mahaprabhu that let the sins of all living entities come upon my head and let me suffer forever for them. Unlimitedly let me suffer, but let all living entities in this whole Brahmanda, let them go back to Godhead, let them go to Vaikuntha. It is the same Vasudadatta. Elsewhere it is mentioned that anybody comes to him for some help, Vasudadatta never says no. I need 100 rupees here. I need 200 rupees here. Take. Every day he spends. Therefore, Shivananda Sen, you take charge of the finances. Srila Prabhupada tells a very nice story. Our Prime Minister, Shri Lal Bahadur Shastri, once some Gaudiya Math devotees went to him for donation. They went to his house, the house of Prime Minister. He was a very nice devotee, Pradhan Mantri Shri Lal Bahadur Shastri. In my opinion, Shri Narendra Modi is the number one Prime Minister of India. The best Prime Minister we've ever had, Shri Narendra Modi ji. And also Shri Lal Bahadur Shastri. When the Gaudiya Math devotees went to the house of the then Prime Minister, Shri Lal Bahadur Shastri, for some help, some donation, I think they asked him for some money. And he said, I don't have. Let me ask my Griha Lakshmi. And Lal Bahadur Shastri called his wife. He said, do we have any money? Can you give them? Because he told, whatever salary I get, I give it to my wife. And she has the key to the tijori. She keeps all the money. I don't have any money personally. This was the traditional system. Therefore, even in Maharashtra, even in our culture, the wife is called Lakshmi. Arey, where is my Lakshmi gone? Like that. Griha Lakshmi. So Lakshmi has all the key of the tijori. The husband has nothing. Husband only earns. But the finance manager is the wife. That is a traditional Indian culture. And Sri Lal Bahadur Shastri was like that. Prabhupada tells the story very fondly. This was our prime minister. Such a nice time. Now there are crores of rupees under the bed. This scam, that scam. There are so many acres of property here and there. The politicians. But Lal Bahadur Shastri was very honest prime minister. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling Sri Shivananda Sen that, my dear Shivananda Sen, you are doing a very nice service and I want you to continue to do this service. What is that service? Prati varshe amar saba bhaktagana laya gundichaya asibe sabai palana kariya. Look at the good fortune of Sri Shivananda Sen. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, come every year from Navadvip to Nilachal and bring all the Navadvip devotees with you. Come around the time of Gundicha Marjanam. just before Rath Yatra. I also request you to maintain all the devotees. Become general manager of Vasudeva Datta, who is very dear to me. Elsewhere, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will glorify Vasudeva Datta as if he has got many, many mouths. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling Shivananda Sen to become the general manager, financial planner, financial advisor of Vasudeva Datta. And now he's saying that all the Navadvip devotees, Palana Kariya. You maintain them, you take care of them, pay their toll, pay for their food as they travel several weeks walking from Navadvip to Nilachal. You become the Yatra leader. You become the Yatra coordinator. You become the Yatra sponsor. Don't collect money from them, you pay. Such an important service Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving Shivananda Sen. प्रति वर्ष हमार सब भक्त गण लैया गुंडीचा आसीबे सभाय पालन करिया. Now very beautiful. कुलीना ग्रामीरे कहे सम्मान करिया प्रत्यब्द आसीबे यात्राय पट्टदोरी लैया. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then with great respect, Samman Kariya, extended an invitation to all the inhabitants of Kulinagram, asking them to come every year and bring silk ropes for Lord Jagannath's Rath Yatra festival. Those silk ropes will be used to tie the Rath of Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra Devi and pull. Those ropes will be provided by the residents of Kulinagram, and those ropes will be made up of very nice silk, pattadori. Gunaraja Khana Kaila Shri Krishna Vijay. Dear devotees, this is the last couple of verses we'll read. This is amazing section of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Gunaraja Khana Kaila Shri Krishna Vijay. Taha eka vakya tara ache premamay. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called Gunaraj Khan, who was a resident of Kulinagram. And he said, he called the residents of Kulinagram and he told them, dear residents of Kulinagram, O Satyaraj Khan, O Ramananda, do you remember in your village was born a great devotee many years ago? His name was Gunaraj Khan. He was a Kulinagram Vasi. Gunaraja Khana Kaila Shri Krishna Vijay. He wrote a book called Shri Krishna Vijay, which is available, by the way. This book is there. Shri Krishna Vijay, written by Gunaraj Khan, who was a resident of Kulinagram. Gunaraja Khan Kaila Shri Krishna Vijay, Taha Eka Vakya Tara Ache Premamay. In that book, Shri Krishna Vijay, there is a sentence revealing the author's ecstatic love for Krishna. Premamay. Ek Vakya. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling all the residents of Kulinagram that your ancestor from your village, Shri Gunaraj Khan, previously he wrote a book called Shri Krishna Vijay. In that book, there is one sentence that reveals how much love Shri Gunaraj Khan had for Krishna. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Shri Krishna Vijay is a book of poems considered to be the first poetry book written in Bengal. Haribol. Previously, all poetry, all stories, all dramas, they were always related to Krishna and Lord Ramachandra, like that. Always. Bhagavatik. All this fiction and this all came later on in Kali Yuga. Shri Krishna Vijay is a book of poems considered to be the first poetry book written in Bengal. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada states that this book was begun in the year 1473. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared later, around 11 years later. So this book was written more than a decade before the appearance even of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. After 7 years, it was completed. This book was written in plain language, and even half-educated Bengalis and women could read it very clearly. Simple language in Bengali. Even ordinary men with little knowledge of the alphabet could read this book and understand it. Its language is not very ornamental, and sometimes the poetry is not very sweet to hear. Although, according to the sonnet style, each line should contain 14 syllables, there are sometimes 16, 12, or 13 syllables in this verse. Many words used in those days could be understood only by local inhabitants. Yet, this book is still so popular that no bookstore is complete without it. Hare Krishna, what is Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada saying? There are even poetic grammatical um, inadequacies in this book. Yet, that book, Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada is saying, no bookstore is complete without having the book Shri Krishna Vijaya. It is very valuable for those who are interested in advancing in Krishna consciousness. Haribol. Which verse of Bhagavatam do you remember from this? From this paragraph, which verse of Srimad Bhagavatam do you remember? Yes, Satyarupa Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, just a try. Is it Tatvag Visargo Janatag?
Very good. Yes. Tadvag visargo janatagha viplavo yasmin pratishlokam abhaddavat api नामानन्तं यशोऽङ्कितानि यत् शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधवः. You better know this verse because this was Bhakti Vaibhav memorization verse. First module, I think, first or second module. Yes, very good. Thank you. So, yes, in this verse, Shripad Narad Muni is telling his disciple Shri Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasadev Bhagavan that you are not happy, you are not feeling satisfied because in all the books that you have written, all the Puranas, all the Upanishads, all the four Vedas that you have written, they are all very nice. They are all Shabda Brahma. However, everywhere there is some scope of misinterpretation. There is some scope of sliding down into Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. I want you to write, Srila Vyasdev, I want you to write a literature that is completely pure. A literature that will begin with Dharma Projita Kaitavotra Paramo Nirmatsaranam Satam. It should begin like that, where everything else is kicked out. Pure Bhagavad Dharma is described. You write such a book. And in writing such a book, even if there are some abhaddavat api, prati shlok, even if in every shlok there is a mistake, Bhagwan Shri Narad Muni is telling, Srila Vyasdev, even if in every verse, not one or two mistakes, in every verse, if there is a mistake, still, Shrunvanti, it should be heard, Gayanti, it should be repeated and sung and recited, and Grinanti, it should be accepted in the heart by the sadhus. Why? Because Anantasya Yashonkitanyat. Because the glories of Lord Hari, who is Ananta, are described in that literature. Which means a literature that sincerely describes the glories of the unlimited Lord Krishna, who is also called Ananta. That literature should be heard, should be recited, and should be accepted in the heart by all saintly devotees, even though there may be some grammatical errors, grammatical mistakes. Tadvag Visargo Janatagha Viplavo. Because this literature, which describes the glories of Krishna, is going to create a Viplav. It's going to create a revolution in the Janta, like Srila Prabhupada's books. It's going to create a revolution. Therefore, those books must be recited. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada puts this verse in the beginning of the first canto. Tadvag Visargo Janatagha Viplavo Yasmin Prati Shlokam Abhaddavat Api Namananantasya Yashonkitani Yat Shrunvanti Gayanti Grinanti Sadhavaha. Although according to the sonnet style, each line should contain 14 syllables, in this book of Sri Gunaraj Khan, Sri Krishna Vijay, some places there are 16 syllables, 12 syllables, 13 syllables. Yet this book is so popular that no bookstore is complete without it. It is very valuable for those who are interested in advancing in Krishna consciousness. Shri Gunaraj Khan was one of the topmost Vaishnavas, and he translated the 10th and 11th cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam for the understanding of the common man. The book Shri Krishna Vijay was highly praised by Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and it is very valuable for all Vaishnavas. Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada gives a genealogical table and family history of Gunaraj Khan. When a Bengali emperor named Adi Shur first came from Kanyakubja or Kanauj, he brought with him 5 Brahmanas and 5 Kayasthas. Since the king is supposed to be accompanied by his associates, the Brahmanas accompanying the king to help him in higher spiritual matters. The Kayasthas were to render other services. In the northern Indian high country, the Kayasthas are accepted as Shudras, but in Bengal, the Kayasthas are considered among the higher castes because Kayasthas are secretaries, accountants, like that, clerks for the Kshatriyas. So in Bengal, they are respected. They have good income. In northern India, Kayasthas are Shudras. In Bengal, they are considered higher caste. It is a fact that the Kayasthas came to Bengal from North India, specifically from Kanyakubja or Kanauj. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that the Kayasthas who came from Kanyakubja were high class men. Of them, Dashrath Vasu was a great personality, and the 13th generation of his family included Shri Gunaraj Khan. Very well. His real name was Maladhar Vasu, but the title Khan was given to him by the Emperor of Bengal, who was Muslim. They gave this titles Khan. Thus, he became known as Gunaraj Khan. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada gives the following genealogical table of Shri Gunaraj Khan. Dashrath Vasu, Kushal, Shubha Hamsa, Shaktiram, Baganda, Muktiram, Mainagar, and Alankar, Bangaja, Damodar, Anantaram, Guniyayaka, and Vinayaka. The 12th generation included Bhagirath, and the 13th was Maladhar Vasu or Shri Gunaraj Khan. Shri Gunaraj Khan had 14 sons, of whom the second son, Lakshminath Vasu, received the title Satyaraj Khan, who is right now present with Mahaprabhu. Satyaraj Khan is a devotee of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, son of Gunaraj Khan. Shri Gunaraj Khan had 14 sons, of whom the second son, Lakshmi Nath Vasu, received the title Satyaraj Khan. His son was Shri Ramananda Vasu. Satyaraj Khan, Ramananda Vasu. Therefore, Ramananda Vasu belonged to the 15th generation from Shri Gunaraj Khan. Shri Gunaraj Khan was a very well-known and wealthy man. His palace, fort, and temples are still existing, and from these we can deduce that the opulence of Gunaraj Khan was certainly very great. Shri Gunaraj Khan never cared for the artificial aristocracy introduced by Ballal Sen. So it's a very glorious family. Gunaraj Khan, Satyaraj Khan, and Ramananda Vasu. 3 of them great devotees. So what is this line in this whole book that Mahaprabhu loved so much and is remembering? This is the line. Nandanandan Krishna Mora Prananath Eva Kevikainu Taravam Sherhat. Hare Krishna. This is such a mind-blowing verse of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling the residents of Kulyagram, Nandanandan Krishna Mora Prana Nath Ei Vakye Bikainu Taro Vamsher Hath. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said in that book Shri Krishna Vijay, Shri Gunaraj Khan has written a line, Nandanandan Krishna Mora Prananath. Everybody say, Nandanandan Krishna Mora Prananath. Krishna, the son of Shri Nanda Maharaj, is my life and soul. Nandanandan Krishna Mora Prananath. By this statement, Eivake, I am sold. Sri Chaitanya was saying, I am sold into the hands of all of you, the descendants of Gunaraj Khan, Satyaraj Khan, Ramananda Vasu. Your forefather, Gunaraj Khan, has completely purchased me. I am sold to him. Because he wrote this one line, Nandanandan Krishna, Mora Prananath. Who is speaking this? Raise your hand. Who is speaking this? That this line, Nandanandan Krishna Mora Prananath, has completely purchased me. यही वाक्य बिकाइनु, मैं बिक गया इस वाक्य से। ऐसा कौन कह रहा है? हु इज सेइंग मैं बिक गया इस वाक्य से? नंदनंदन कृष्णा का नाम सुन के मैं बिक गया। हु इज सेइंग? श्रीमती राधा रानी। दिस इज राधा भाव। दिस इज द मूड ऑफ राधा रानी। एनीबडी इमेजिन followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if you are saying Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, एक बार नंदनंदन कृष्ण मोर प्राणनाथ, just by hearing this sentence, Srimati Radharani is saying, I am purchased. This is Mahaprabhu's Radha Bhav. Imagine if so many names are being chanted. क्या उद्धार नहीं होगा गौड़ीय वैष्णव का? नंदनंदन कृष्ण मोर प्राणनाथ, यही वाक्य बिकाइनो तारा वंशेर हाथ। I am sold into the hands of the descendants of Gunaraj Khan. And in the purport, Srila Prabhupada gives the full verse from Sri Krishna Vijay. Purport. The full verse referred to by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu here is as follows. एक भावे वंद हरि जोड़ करी हाथ, नंद नंदन कृष्ण मोर प्राणनाथ। एक भावे वंद हरि जोड़ करी हाथ, नंद नंदन कृष्ण मोर प्राणनाथ। With folded hands, I offer my prayers unto Krishna. एक भावे वंद करी, वंद हरि, जोड़ करी हाथ, मैं हाथ जोड़कर भगवान हरि से प्रार्थना करता हूं, हे नंदनंदन कृष्णा, तुम्ही मोर प्राणनाथ। एक भावे वंद हरि जोड़ करी हाथ, नंदनंदन कृष्ण तुम्ही मोर प्राणनाथ। हरि बोल। Now see what Mahaprabhu is going to say. Dear devotees, you will feel ecstasy. So Mahaprabhu is telling the residents of Kulyagram that your forefather Gunaraj Khan wrote this book Shri Krishna Vijay. In that he wrote Nandanandan Krishna Mora Prananath. By that one line I am sold into the hands of the descendants of Gunaraj Khan. Gunaraj Khan ने खरीद लिया। तोमार की कथा तोमार ग्रामेर कुकुर, से मोर प्रिय अन्य जन रहु दूर। Sri Chaitanya was saying, what to speak of all of you residents of Kulyagram? Even a kukur, even a dog from your village is very dear to me. Say Mora Priya. What then to speak of others? I love your village so much because in your village was a devotee called Gunaraj Khan who wrote a beautiful book glorifying Krishna. And in that book, he wrote one line, Nandanandan Krishna Mora Prananath. Because of that one line, I am sold to those who are connected to Shri Gunaraj Khan. What to speak of all of you? Even a dog from your village is very dear to me. Bhaktair Bhakta Janapriya. Bhaktair Sambandhi Janapriya. Mad Bhakti Yukto Bhuvanam Punatu. This is the Siddhanta. Satarati Satarati Sa Lokan Tarayati. Brahmanda Tarite Shakti Dhare Jane Jane. This is Mahima of a devotee. तोमारा की कथा तोमार ग्रामेर कुकुर से मोर प्रिय अन्य जन रहु दूर। दूसरों की तो बात छोड़ो, तुम्हारे गांव का एक कुत्ता भी मुझे बहुत प्रिय है, क्योंकि तुम्हारे गांव में गुणराज खान प्रकट हुए थे जिन्होंने बहुत सुंदर भगवान कृष्ण की वंदना की है। श्री कृष्ण विजय नामक ग्रंथ में, उस ग्रंथ में एक पद है बस, नंदनंदन कृष्ण मोर प्राणनाथ। मैं बिक गया। This is the heart of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the love of Srimati Radharani. बोलो कृष्णा, भजो कृष्णा, करो कृष्ण शिक्षा. That is our life. Tomara ki katha tomar gramera kukura. Sei more priya anya jana rahutura. When I read this in Chaitanya Charitamrita, I immediately went on Amazon. Gunaraj Khan, Shri Krishna Vijay, and it was there. One disciple of Srila Prabhupada has translated it into English and it's there. तबे रामानंद आर सत्यराज खान प्रभुर चरणे किछु कैला निवेदन. After hearing, can you imagine the emotions of Ramananda Vasu and Satyaraj Khan? How Mahaprabhu is suddenly glorifying father and grandfather of these two devotees and saying, all you Kulyagram Vasus are very dear to me. I love you. I even love a dog from your village who has never come to meet me in Jagannath Puri. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is glorifying like this, and then Ramananda Vasu and Satyaraj Khan, they come, they offer obeisances to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and they submit a question. After this, Sri Ramananda Vasu and Sri Satyaraj Khan both submitted questions at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And what those questions are, they are world famous questions, we know, but we will do the Aswadan tomorrow. Vaishnav ke, they're going to ask, who is a Vaishnav? Well, they will ask for instructions, Mahaprabhu will give instructions, and then Prabhu kahe Vaishnav seva nama sankirtan dui kara shigra pabe Shri Krishna charan. Who is Vaishnav? They will ask. Then Mahaprabhu will give very nice answer. So that we will, Krishna willing, read tomorrow. The most beautiful Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Shri Satyaraj Khan Mahashay ki jai. Shri Ramananda Vasu Mahashay ki jai. Shri Gunaraj Khan Mahashay ki jai. Shri Krishna Vijay Granth ki jai. Nanda Nandan Krishna Mora Prananath Pad ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Jai Jai Shri Radhe Shyam Pradyumna Prabhuji. Mora Prananath.
Hare Krishna, Dandvat Pranam Prabhuji. Koti Koti Namaskar. Prabhuji, in early days of ISKCON, Prabhupada ji, when he opened up the new center, then he used to give the name of the temple. Our Baltimore temple name was New Kulinagram.
Hari Bol.
And Washington temple name was New Hastinapur. Because
Wow.
the capital of United States, that's why.
Oh. Jai ho, Jai ho, Jai
Jai
ho.
ho, Jai ho. Hare Krishna.
And Hastinapur was filled with the dancing white elephants.
Yeah.
Hasti. Dancing white elephants of Srila Prabhupada. Jai Jai.
Jai
Very
Hare.
nice. Thank you, Pradhana Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Jai
Please
Radha.
accept obeisances from New Panihati Dham to New Kulinagram.
Right.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Jai Radhe Shyam.
Jai Radhe Shyam. Thank you very much, dear devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you so
Hare
much.
Krishna.